Hey guys, Merrick D'Amato here from Narwhal Entertainment and from Mindbreakers. Kind of an interesting video I have for y'all today. This is kind of in the Mindbreakers format, but it's just me and it's not a scheduled episode. Um, so, the other day, my good friend Tommy Knocker the Horror Guy on his channel, Tommy Knocker the Horror Guy. By the way, link in the description below. He has a great channel. Go check him out. Watch his stuff. Definitely subscribe to him. But he asked me for a movie recommendation. And obviously, sadist that I am, I recommended he watch Dracula 3000 because I had to watch it, and so shall everyone else. Um, he has since this as a revenge, perhaps, or just reciprocity. He has given me one to watch and review on my channel. So I will do it. Um, I'm doing it now. It is the one he's given me as his revenge is Pieces from 1982. Original title Mil Gritos Cena la Noche. The co-eds of a Boston college campus are targeted by a mysterious killer who is creating a human jigsaw puzzle from their body parts. I know basically no one involved with this. Has a kind of promising 6.10 on IMDb. Tagline: "You don't have to go to Texas for a chainsaw massacre." So yeah, it looks fun. Basic Mindbreaker structure. I'm going to show you all the trailer. I'm gonna watch the movie, and then we'll be back and I'll talk about it. See you on the other side, guys.
Warning. What you will see in the movie Pieces cannot be revealed, cannot be described, cannot even be imagined. And you don't have to go to Texas for a chainsaw massacre. Pieces. It's exactly what you think it is. Pieces. Absolutely no one under 17 will be admitted.
All right, so Pieces. I liked it. Mostly, it had a few awful acting moments, but that's to be expected with a with an originally Italian film that gets dubbed. Some things get a little weird, and the music was awesome, but it had this very Zombie 2 vibe to it. I wonder if they're actually done by the same composer. But hey, synopsis. So there's this kid. We open there's this kid who he's singing the Humpty Dumpty nursery. Well, he's saying the Humpty Dumpty nursery rhyme, and he's putting together a jigsaw puzzle with a picture of a naked woman on it. Um, his mother comes in, beats him, says she's going to kill him if he does something like this again. Sends him out to get a plastic bag. She's going to collect all the pornographic stuff that's for some reason in this kid's room and burn it. And she's fairly abusive to the kid the whole time. He leaves, comes back, not with a plastic bag, but with an axe, kills the woman, hacks her into pieces. Um, a neighbor calls the cops while this is going on. He finishes the jigsaw puzzle, hides in his closet, covered in blood. And then when the cops come, he comes out and is like, "Oh, there was a," acts like, "Oh, there was a man," yada yada. He gets sent to live with his aunt, and then 40. We skip ahead 40 years after the kid, kind of smartly, managed to get away with it. We're at a campus, and it's going pretty normal. We meet a few of the characters. Notably, there's the principal. There's the dean. There's a teacher called Dr. Brown. There's the gardener, and then there's the students. Um, and Gardner's working on something with a chainsaw. He is one of several red herring characters because it's too obvious that it's the gardener. It's not the gardener, and they're going about their day until the killer. He no interesting name. The name Chainsaw Charlie said once that's not really a name he's going by. It's not going by any name. But Chainsaw Charlie is a good name as any. Chainsaw Charlie shows up, mask. He has like the simple black cowl, fedora, overcoat. He kills a woman with a chainsaw. And then the school is in a panic, trying to find who the killer is. The cops are sent over, investigating, trying to. A lot of this movie is the investigation of who the killer is. It's and why they're doing it. That is revealed sort of later. It's more a serial killer film than a slasher, but a very gory one. But the investigation is going. The cops send a woman called Miss Riggs, who is a tennis player, sends to be undercover as a tennis coach. They are, however, very stupid because it's after the second murder that they decide to do this. They tell a kid who was there, one of the students, that they're sending her undercover. And it's just, why would you tell anyone that this person's undercover? They could, even if they're not a suspect, and they say he's a suspect, but he's not really a suspect. Why would you send? Why would you tell him that you have a plant? He might accident. You don't know if this guy can keep a secret or not. Very bad mistake there. Before this, though, there's the killing at the swimming pool. A woman gets killed. And they catch the janitor, a very big guy with a beard, the maintenance guy, janitor, handyman, because he's working with the chainsaw, so they suspect him. As I said, not him. Talk a bit with a director Brown. Got a few story kind of progresses. Different characters getting killed. Don't remember any of their names. Different characters having sex with each other. A lot of chainsaw murders, obviously. Then there's a notable kill in an elevator, actually. Guy killed. There's woman gets in the elevator. She says, "Oh, it's you, sir," to the killer. So meaning we've narrowed it down to either Dr. Brown or the principal, because it could introduce a random new character out of nowhere and have them be the killer, but that's not something good movies tend to do. So she gets on the elevator with him. She was actually previous. She's a different character. The first victim notably looks a bit like the killer's mom, because we've established that the guy at the beginning is the killer. So going up on the elevator, then he kills her with a chainsaw, and then somehow escapes by the time the elevator is found by the police, which is curious. I think there's like a window in the elevator that opened. I don't know. I don't know how you escape a moving elevator. That's impressive. I'd like to know. But this is a really interesting kill. It's a very good effect when he cuts her arm off. It's surprising for one of these low-budget Italian horror films. There's a kill before this. There's an aerobics class, actually. I don't know why this keeps happening with these Italian horror films. Because there's an aerobic scene in Night Killer. There's an aerobic scene in Nightmare City. I'm sure if I watched through all the old Italian horror films you've reviewed, I'm sure I'll find more aerobic scenes for some reason. But they're doing aerobics, and then later on, a girl's doing one of the girls in that class leaves, gets chased through the building, and then eventually killed with a chainsaw. There's another woman gets killed in a locker room with a chainsaw. There's one actually, the aerobics one, gets killed with a knife on a waterbed. And he's holding her on the waterbed, stabbing her with the knife, and stabbing the waterbed. And then he gets into the waterbed for some reason to stab her knee-deep in water. I don't understand, but now we got two famous waterbed scenes. Because we got this, and we got Nightmare on Elm Street Part 4 has a famous waterbed scene. So two famous waterbed scenes in horror. A woman at the gym is killed in a steam room. That's the one who was was killed in the locker room. Music, very loud music is playing. Miss Riggs and the main kid go to like find out why the music is playing. The janitor won't let them use the phone. They find once the music stops, they find the body. We have some uniquely bad acting, and the screaming of "bastard" from Miss Riggs. It was quite entertaining. Um, the police kind of deputize the kid. He goes to look because they're looking through all the personnel files to find who it is. While this is happening, Miss Riggs goes to have coffee with the dean, and he slips something into her cup while he's making the coffee. So obviously he's the killer, and he's talking with her, and he's gonna kill her. And at this time, the cops, having found out it was him from the documents about his abuse of his mother being murdered and tying that to him, they show up, save the day. They kill him. They do just kill him. They kill the killer. They find the puzzle still from 40 years ago. The puzzle covered in blood. And then they do that like spinning bookshelf trick like Indiana Jones and The Last Crusade or Abbott and Costello meet Frankenstein. And the bookshelf spins around to reveal what the killer's been working on this entire time. A corpse, like a Franken corpse, with the body that looks like the new Jigsaw puzzle, but the head looking like his mom? Okay. And so they leave. Case solved. We win the day. They take the guy's corpse out. They leave the evidence on the ground for now. And the kid's standing. He's looking over the room. And then I guess the corpse is a zombie now. And it reaches its hand out, like claws at his crotch. And then the movie's over. I've never seen a movie introduce zombies literally in the last second of the film, but I've seen it now. Another scene to actually talk about before we get more into it is there's a scene where she thinks she has a chainsaw, but it's a kid on his bicycle, and then we meet a Bruce Lee lookalike in a blue jumpsuit doing kung fu. He's the kung fu professor, apparently. And that scene goes literally nowhere. She pulls a gun on this man, and he keeps doing kung fu, and then he just leaves. What the... Why is there a random kung fu man? Why is there a professor of kung fu? Is he a superhero? Is he going to be introduced in the Marvel Cinematic Universe? These are questions that need to be answered. But all in all, it was a fun movie. Little disappointed that I have to review it here alone, where I'm not actually funny, and that it can't be put on Mindbreakers now because I've technically already reviewed it. That's a little disappointing, granted. But hey, I made you watch Saint Dracula. No. I have not made you watch St. Dracula 3D. I promised I would never make anyone watch St. Dracula 3D. I have made you watch Dracula 3000. So I watched this. Fair enough. If you ask, I'll have something a bit more fun for you next time. But yeah, it's a fun little one-shot episode. Again, check out Tommy Knocker, the Horror Guys channel. Link in the description below. Sorry if this review is not that great. I've never done one of these alone before. And I'm not really good at it. Ciao, guys.